So today we're going to talk about points, lines, and planes. We're going to talk about what are the undefined terms in geometry, what is a ray and a segment, and how do we name rays and segments properly. Words that are hard to find that we use every day is hot, up, and yes. We define words using other words, but there must be a starting point. Undefined terms in geometry, we use point, line, and plane. You already know what these words are. Almost all of the vocabulary words are based off these terms. So in real life, we use points and lines on a plane for a map and a graph. So you've seen graphs in algebra. Now you're going to see them again. Okay? A point, by definition, that we try to use is a location in space. So over here, this dot is a location on the screen. Okay? On this graph, these stars are a location on this graph, but each location has an x and a y coordinate. So for this one it's 1 0, for this one it's 4 2, for this one it's 7 4. Okay? A line, the definition we're going to try to use, is points connected in straight line with no endpoints. And by that I mean here's A and here's B. Those are points on a line that go infinitely in both directions. This is how we're going to label it: line N or AB with arrows going in both directions. Okay? This is a line and this is a plane. You'll notice that all these lines are stacked on top of each other on this plane. This side of the box is called a plane. Okay? That's the upper plane, right? So it's a different side of the box, but it's still a plane. Okay? This is a coordinate plane. Seen this so many times in algebra. You're just going to see it again. Okay? A plane is a flat surface that goes on forever. So even though you see this box, right, it still goes on in that direction that you can't physically see. But try to imagine that. And this is how we label it: plane A, B, C, or plane M. A, B, C. Notice how those 3 points are on this same plane. Okay? Now if you had an infinitely long line like this black one, and you take it and you just took a part of it, what do you think that's called? It's called a segment. Part of a line that has 2 endpoints. So you notice that there's no arrows going in both directions. Okay? This is segment AB. Don't draw any arrows if it's a segment. Okay? So what if we took this same line, had one endpoint, and just removed the other half? So notice that it starts at one point and it goes on infinitely in one direction. That's called a what? It's called a ray. Half of a line has no endpoints. So I start at B, I go in the A direction. This is the notation for BA. It's a ray. Okay? Classifying it, there's a difference between classifying and naming. Classifying is that this is how I describe this picture. He is a boy, he has blonde hair, but his actual name is John. So let's classify these. Okay? This is a line, a segment, a line, a ray, a segment, a line. Nope. Good catch. It's a ray. Okay, this is a segment. This is a ray. This is a segment, a ray, and a line. Okay, that's classifying it. This is how we name it. Okay, this is CZ. Remember, it has arrows going in both directions. This is XB. Okay. This is a ray, so I go from A to F, one endpoint with an arrow. That's an arrow. Okay. This is a ray, so I go from F to G. This is a line. I go from I to H. Remember, arrows on both sides. WB. This is a segment. You can't see it, but it says AB, which is a segment. This is a ray. It goes from D to A. And this is a ray, which goes from B to W. Okay. Real world examples of a ray starts at one point and just goes on infinitely in the other direction. So that's a laser beam. That's a big old flashlight. And that's it.